Yo, chill. You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene, nigga. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you a house or something, yo.
You do. Everything. You can imagine everything. Private jets, Miami, hundreds of thousands in one weekend, 2 tour buses, Atlanta. Like, cannot front on how I had my boys moving. And I'm only talking about this because you was...
Jim Jones straight up lost it. Full-blown meltdown right there on Memphis Bleek's podcast. And the way it went down, absolute chaos. The wild part, Bleek don't even rock with Tony Yayo like that. So how did things explode this bad? Let's break it down, because this one turned ugly fast. Now you gotta rewind to understand the setup. Memphis Bleek been Jay-Z's right hand since the Reasonable Doubt days. Real lil bro status. And on the other side, Yayo been throwing jabs at Hov for years. He's never really hidden that grudge. It started with Yayo claiming Jay tried blocking 50 Cent from performing at the Super Bowl halftime show, and ever since, he's been holding on to that resentment like it's personal scripture. But when Yayo pulled up to Shannon Sharp's show, he didn't just keep it real. He went for blood. He called Jay-Z a hater, said he don't help nobody, don't lift up his people, then went directly for Bleek's neck. Look at Memphis Bleek. He not shining. Jay-Z don't take care of him. 50 takes care of me. That line right there, boom. It was like tossing gasoline on a fire, and the internet ran with it instantly. Like, bro, are we really bragging about who got the better sponsor? That's wild. Let's keep it a buck.
It's between me and other niggas, right? Stack Bundles, one of my favorite rappers in the world.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Right? Squad. Rest in peace.
Far Rock, you understand? Jim Jones, he had Stack Bundles, he had Max B. I looked at it like, great. You know, Stack Bundles, we had a portion, was still in the hood. No disrespect to Jim Jones. Fifth had me in Battery Park. I could walk out that barefoot.
Get the socks.
See, that's when a nigga love you, nigga. Get the socks, nigga. Sneakers Dior, nigga. But I'm walking out there barefoot. That's when you know a nigga love you, boy. Because he making sure you don't get your shit split. Because you go back to 134, anywhere, Baisley, right, Brooklyn, shit get split. Once I got shit, nigga shot my shit up. Bentleys and all that. Y'all can get that sneaker, just toss that over there. My shit's official. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, but nigga put me in position. Rest in peace of Stack, but Stack got killed in the project with a Porsche.
Yeah.
Nigga, come on, nigga, I'm from the hood, nigga. Y'all niggas thought, nigga. I done been around the Black Justice and Sheila Preems and all that, nigga. The E-Money bags, all that, nigga. The younger niggas under that.
So with everything you
Maserati Fox. Real nigga. Huh?
So with everything that you saw, what would you change?
I just pray to God every time I leave the house.
But what would you change?
Change what?
Pass the cup. I heard you talk about all the shit you went through, all the shit niggas is still going through.
What God, listen, what God got planned for you is planned for you, brother. God already know what's planned for you in life.
God planned for you to come here and spaz on y'all niggas tonight.
I spaz?
I'm just saying, it was a plan.
I mean, I do be on some Hollywood shit in Europe. I gotta stop. Something like, yo, stop talking about Europe. I don't, like, when you come here, you gotta deal with niggas.
Don't treat Vlad like that, bro. See how niggas is? See how niggas is,
nothing with Vlad.
He ain't treat Vlad like this. He ain't treat Vlad like this.
No grown man should be proud of being on another man's payroll, because the minute that check stops, so does that lifestyle. Loyalty ain't about who feeds you. It's about who teaches you to feed yourself. So when Bleek hit Drink Champs later, he didn't hold back either. He stayed calm, but that calm came with bite. He said there was never real smoke between him and Yayo before. They crossed paths, maybe worked once, but after that line, yeah, the air shifted quick. You can hear it in his tone. Bleek basically said, man, forget Tony Yayo, without even needing to drop the name. The shade was clear, and it stung. But before we even get to Jim's outburst, we gotta talk about how Yayo reignited old beefs. Because that man's been running his mouth non-stop, calling out rappers who don't take care of their people, like he's the spokesman for loyalty. But that same energy, it just lit up a brand new fire. It started when Yayo hopped on Math Hoffa's show and dropped a straight nuke. He accused Jim Jones of leaving Stack Bundles, his artist, his brother, to die in the streets. Yeah, he said that. Claimed Jim didn't protect Stack.
Well, a lot of, you know, me from the hood, so people look at Bleek and don't understand the business he's doing, and they always look at Jay like, oh, yeah.
But that's why you got like Yayo talking about, yeah, Jay don't take care of I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo, smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. Nigga. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something, yo.
You do need
You
that
might
help.
need
That's
2
why-
ounces, nigga.
That's why
Paid
you
in full
looking to
movie,
see.
nigga. I got a G for every bump in your face, nigga. I promise you that, nigga.
That's
I
a
promise
fact.
you that, nigga.
That's why he worrying about
Peon, you broke, nigga. You know
See?
I got it, nigga. What's
Don't-
up? The
ain't
bag
nobody-
is up. The both sides.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Flea, where the both sides, Flea?
Let me finish that off. Ain't nobody taking care of over here, B.
Pardon me.
Nah, you good, my nigga. I fucking love it. They deserve it. They need to hear this shit, man, because they bugging out here. All these niggas worrying about who taking care of who. We take care of we. Ain't no
100%,
who
nigga.
take care of who, nigga. You know who doing it. We live.
Us,
We getting
the
money.
gangway, nigga. We take
You
care
feel
of
me?
everybody, nigga. We take care of each other, nigga.
That's a
heard?
fact, my G. But linking back up with you, Jim, we missed out on a
Nah,
lot
this
of
is dope.
opportunity, bro. But we ain't gonna miss it out going forward.
Nah,
we need to
man.
put some pain together.
Didn't move him out the hood, and that neglect played a part in Stack's tragic death. That's not light talk, that's heavy. If you don't know, Stack Bundles was family to Jim. Signed to him, toured with him, repped the movement, and had the entire city behind him. Dude was next up, real star energy. But when things got rough, Stack stayed in the hood, and that's where his life ended. Yayo used that story as ammo, saying Jim failed his people while bragging about how 50 always takes care of his. Let's keep it real. That's a bold accusation, especially in a culture built on loyalty and legacy. Now, Jim's side of the story, completely different. He swears he gave Stack everything: money, shows, opportunities, cars, even tried to buy him a house out in Jersey to get him away from the danger. According to Jim, Stack just couldn't leave the streets behind. He said, "I tried to get them out. They didn't want to go." In one old interview, Jim explained it plain. "I was about to buy Stacks, Max, and Melly a whole brownstone in Jersey. None of them wanted to leave the hood. I wasn't gonna force it. I did everything I could. Cars, jets, tours, money. They were living good."
Just came back off tour,
Yeah.
you know, with Fifth, and we still touring, still. And I do my own tours too for people. Be like, oh, yo,
You see, hey,
I
he be
do
glazing
my
50.
own tours. I did tours in Canada. I did a tour across the whole Germany and the Swiss Alps, and that's why I don't care about the hate, cause I'm like, I got the possibility to do my own tour, like something with Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek said the Nori Yayo said Jay-Z didn't have us on tour like he did, or I eat my own halal. I eat my own halal too. If you want to say that, to Memphis Bleek, I just came off my last tour. All I'm saying is when you see Jay-Z in a setting, he never really, when he's doing a Beyonce show or whatever, you don't see Memphis Bleek on the stage and him being brought out. You know, even if I'm doing the hype man shit with 50, he's bringing me out. I'm making money. I'm going to
That's that man girl too. That's it. That's whole wife tour.
Yeah, that's whole wife tour.
So if Hov, I believe if Hov was out on his own, he would bring Bleek out. There is no need for him to bring Bleek in a situation where it looked like if this was last tour you're talking about with the Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, because I look at Bleek as a loyal guy, like I'm a loyal guy to Jay. But I look at like Fifth, my guy Hervé, one day we at TRL, and it's the young Gunners there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him out, and Hervé says loud, "You don't gotta worry about nothing. You got 50. Jay-Z doesn't do nothing for these guys like 50 does." And Hervé, I think he worked with them too. But he said that to me, and that always stuck in my head.
"I just couldn't protect them from themselves." You could tell that part still hurt him. Jim got emotional talking about it. Eyes watering, voice cracking. It wasn't PR, it was pain. Because Stack wasn't just an artist to him, that was fam. So fast forward to Tony Yayo's comments, and now you understand why Jim snapped. He didn't see that as a random diss. He saw it as disrespect to someone's memory. He felt Yayo was clowning a tragedy. So picture this, Jim sitting with Memphis Bleek, trying to have a chill convo, and someone brings up Yayo's name. Boom, switch flipped. Jim went full Harlem Fury, no filter, no pause button. He started snapping about loyalty, about feeding his team, saying none of his people starving, none of his circle dependent on another man's wallet. He called the whole sponsor talk clown behavior and made it clear he's self-made. And yeah, he went into flex mode.
The problem is, when she was on the show, she had said that she had heard about
you wasn't giving Stack money, but people don't know that when Stack asked you for the bread, you were going to the bank. I think the bank was closed. Something happened because me and Bino talked about it. I remember being there, and you was going to give him
more money after the money he spent because we was on tour. He like, geez, I spent all that tour money, geez, on Pop, I bug it. Whatever he did, brought another Porsche, BMW. He like, yo, Pop, geez, you said closed mouth don't get fed, geez, I'm Pop, geez, I'm hurting.
It's a fact.
And when I told him, I said, yo, go get 25 grand from the bank tomorrow. He like, oh, yo, what's up with that Wrangler truck? I'm like, I left that shit in Brooklyn. I don't even want that shit. I don't even know what block it's on. Matter of fact, it's by the car shop where I got the Maserati from. He like, you let me get that, geez. I'm like, go take it. You probably got to get a new key. He like, oh, I'm going to go get that tomorrow, geez. You different, geez. And we all know the rest of the story.
Why do you think that people have this misconception of what happened? Why do you think even her? Why do you think that? Where did that come from?
Nobody likes to hear the truth.
Because we were there. Bino get mad all the time. And he gets offended. And he was one of the people that called me. He was like, that's not true. They think that, what they think is that Stack asked you, he told you he wanted to leave. They said that Stack told you he wanted to leave, he wanted to move, and you didn't move him out. But that's not true.
You want to hear that story? All right, for Stacks and them, I was about to buy Stacks, the kid Max and Melly, a whole brownstone in New Jersey. None of them wanted to leave the hood. And I was not about to waste my money. And that was what I offered them. I went shopping for the shit and all that type of shit.
Yeah, we remember that, right, Bass? We remember that. Shout out to Bass. I remember the conversation.
I mean? And I'm like, yo, you bugging. You want to, like, you could go to the hood every day, but you're going to be living in Jersey. Like, you're going to be living better than, like, you heard? And you don't have to worry about paying for no rent or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get you niggas out the hood. Melly, too. Melly ended up getting shot, right? Like none of these would listen, and everything that happened that you know can happen in the hood end up happening and shit like that. You know what I mean? But everything to try to protect them for what I know could have happened to them, I tried. You heard? From getting all of these cars to getting all these everything. You can imagine everything. Private jets, Miami, hundreds of thousands in one weekend, 2 tour buses, Atlanta, like cannot front on how I had my boys moving. And I'm only talking about this because you was there and you and Stacks were best friends, were Bino, couple others and like that. Other than I don't even talk to people about Stacks and what went on, but we were setting it out. This was not on our level when we was moving. And
houses, cars, lifestyle, the whole catalog. It was like he needed to prove, I earned this myself. But here's where it gets tricky, because Yayo never actually called Jim broke. That's the twist most people missed. Yayo's jab wasn't about Jim, it was about his crew. He said Jim good, but his people don't look like they eating. That's what really got under Jim's skin. It wasn't about him, it was about the people around him. If Jim had stayed calm and responded from that angle, if he'd said, my team's solid, don't worry about us, he might have flipped the narrative in his favor. But nah, pride kicked in. You could see it in his face. He wasn't hearing none of it. To him, that wasn't a small dig. It was a public attempt to embarrass him. And Jim, he don't play about his name or his people. That's when he exploded. Loud, emotional, raw. Ain't nobody feeding me. I built this from the ground up, he shouted. He wanted the world to know he's not leeching off Jay-Z, 50, or anyone else. That self-made Harlem hustle is what he stands on, period. But then, Jim took it too far. Instead of cooling down, he went straight for Yayo's head, calling him 50's backup dancer, accusing him of living in another man's shadow, wearing the same G-Unit uniform since 2003. It was cold, but it was personal. The whole vibe shifted. The room got tense. Bleek tried to keep things chill, tried to steer it back, but Jim was gone. Years of quiet tension, comparisons, and side talk just exploded on camera. All that who takes care of who talk? Yeah, it hit a nerve and Jim finally let it all out. You could see it in his eyes. That wasn't just ego, that was hurt pride. He's been fighting that image for years, the idea that he eats because of someone else. That's why the moment Yayo's name came up, he couldn't let it slide. And when Jim snapped, the internet caught every second. Clips went viral, fans calling it everything from a Harlem moment to midlife rapper rage. But it didn't stop there. Yayo fired back in his own way. No rants, no interviews, just one cold move. He posted a photo of Max B, Jim's longtime rival. No caption, no words, just the image. That was enough. That post hit harder than a diss track. One picture reignited years of buried beef. The internet lost it. Fans split instantly. Team Jim said he had every right to defend his name and his legacy. Team Yayo said he just exposed what everyone already felt, that Jim's emotions were louder than his logic. At this point, it's not even about who's richer or more famous. It's about respect. One man trying to prove he built his own empire, the other claiming loyalty means nothing if your people can't rise with you. Jim stood 10 toes down. Emotional, yes, but defiant. Yayo stayed calm, played chess, and let one savage post do all the talking. And now, the culture's split down the middle. Dipset versus G-Unit, part 2. So what's your take? Is Jim Jones standing up for himself and his team? Or did Tony Yayo just press the right button and make him fold under pressure? Drop your thoughts below, because this one's not just rap gossip. It's about legacy, loyalty, and pride. And before you dip, smash that like, hit subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Because if this beef keeps cooking, we're gonna be right here breaking it all down for you. Stay tapped in. This story's far from over.